This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson. This is a 2003 Ford F-150. It's a Super Crew, not a crew cab. We learned a lot about that recently. It's just a little bit longer than your average four-door crew cab. So it's a Super Crew. It's an XLT with leather slash ostrich skin seats. Yes, I said ostrich skin. Obviously this went to Mexico and they put in some ostrich, which is not actually that unusual down there. Let's see, it has 41,000 miles. It's on a clean title. It's been repainted and not so well. On our 5-star basis, I'd give it about 3 stars for body and about 2 stars for paint, or maybe even less. When they painted it, they didn't clear coat it correctly, so you get all this. We replaced the lower valance below the bumper because it was just not there. It's got a bunch of this stuff on top of the bumper. Like I said, we picture this more as just, it runs great, drives great, the interior is okay, if you like ostrich, and whatever, but you know, clearly somebody's done some paint work. The tires are probably a couple thousand miles of tread at the most. If you're going to drive it out of state, I'd recommend getting some tires for it. You can just see how, and that's pretty much the whole truck, just like that. You know, just clear coat. It was not well taken care of, and it is a repaint. And you know, just like it looks like battery acid got on it. And basically, you're just buying a low-mile truck. These tires, you know, like I said, I wouldn't even think that they were safe to drive to Phoenix on these tires. If you need to get tires to drive at home, if you want to come here, pay the dock fee and pay our taxes, which basically all you do is take your state tax rate and add 2.1, which is our city and county, and you'll know what our taxes are, and our dock fee is $250. So, you know, if you're 3% tax rate, add 2.1 to that, and then $250, and you'll have what you're going to pay. You'll get a 90-day non-resident permit to drive it out of here. See this? That's nice. Big dent in the tailgate. You got a bed liner here. Funny thing is, it runs great. You know, it runs like 40,000 miles. This looks like 100. Obviously, they used it for something other than showing off in. So, anyway, back to the tires. If you need tires, discount tires, we have a person, his name is Thomas, and we would give you his number. You could call him, give him a credit card number, and he would, you could go online and pick out your tires. You'll get a, probably about 10%, maybe a little bit more off of the tires. Plus, you won't pay taxes because it'll go through Wheel Kinetics' tax-free account. And when you got here, it would have new tires on it, if you wanted it. These are 17s, I believe, so probably in the area of 500. But see the color? It was more of a red, and now it's this color on the truck. So, just so you know, they tried to come close to the right color, and they didn't exactly hit it. We don't like to have surprises for anybody, but that's what it is. Now, I bet you're excited to see the ostrich. Makes me, it's kind of funny. Anyway, there's your door panels. The door panels don't look too bad. Anyway, it's the outside bolsters. This is ostrich. So one time, this was probably very, as they say, pimped out. One time, you see how that's all ostrich on the outside of all the bolsters and around the backs, seat backs. All right. See, this is kind of worn down a little bit on the driver's seat, but that's what it looks like when they do that. Big thing down in Mexico, like northern Sonora, Mexico. So they obviously stole this thing and took it down there. Probably before they got busted, it was probably a really, really nice truck, because that's kind of what they do. Anyway, they obviously stole the radio. So there's no radio. Put the seatbelt on here. Stop the dinging. There we go. Alright, anyway, this trim bezel. See how it's got that glue on it around the thing? I'll bet they had some sort of a funky, maybe even ostrich around this thing too at some point. I never saw it, but I'm guessing, knowing how they are. I don't know what's supposed to go in there. Maybe a cup holder. But you push on it, it doesn't come out, so I don't know. Like I said, we're not putting a lot of effort in this truck just because of the way it looks on the outside. But if you just want a really nice work truck with low miles, this is great. Here's your overdrive button. Oh, I see. Off and on there. Lights up there. There's your odometer. 40,334 miles. We've driven this around the neighborhood and, you know, put, I don't know, 20, 30 miles on it. It runs great. It really does. Got cruise. You got tilt. And I need to go drive it. Anyway, this truck is probably going to be priced at a really, really good price just to get it gone quickly. From like November from Thanksgiving through Christmas, you know, sales get pretty thin, so we'd like to get rid of as much as we can before Thanksgiving. You know, and then we pretty much retire for a month. So I would say that this thing will be surprisingly low price. Don't let the price shock you. It's more the timing than the vehicle. Anyway, as you can see, we got a little blockage here. Air's blowing ice cold. Let's see. Seats. 73 degrees. I would say that's off by 10. I think it's more like 83. So that might be something wrong with it. The thermometer doesn't work exactly right. Alrighty. Once I make this right-hand turn, maybe I can give it some gas and show you a little shifting. Typical Tucson. Our roads are like four-wheel drive roads. It's ridiculous. Alright, let's get on it real quick here. You can see it. This is a residential area, so I better chill out and not get a ticket. But it runs great. 4.6 liter motor, automatic, two-wheel drive. Super Crew. Don't get it mixed up with Crew, because it is actually worth quite a bit more money because it's a Super Crew. I think it's a little bit 3 or 4 inches longer, more leg room. I don't know. That's what they tell me. I know that parts cost a fortune more for it. We had to put new catalytic converters on it. They stole the catalytic converters, so it's got high flow, high performance catalytic converters, which is kind of cool. Lets it breathe a little bit better. And we put a new battery in it. And we put new ignition cylinder, because they broke that when they stole it, and a new door lock cylinder on it. And that's about it. Please check us out. Let me give it some more gas here real quick. Anyway, it runs great. Could definitely use a set of tires. I think it would have a better ride with a set of tires, but even with these tires, it's pretty good. Check us out. It'll be a fair price. No worries mechanically, but a pretty ugly truck. Thank you. Bye.